makes sense. Here's the kind of dialogue that makes sense. Here's the kind of answers to questions that make sense. It's basically pointing this giant Titanic of a neural network into the right direction that aligns with the way human beings think and talk. So it's not just using the giant wisdom of Wikipedia and just, I can talk about what data sets it's trained on, but just basically the internet. It was pointed in the wrong direction. So this supervised labeling allows it to point in the right direction to when it says shit, you're like, holy shit, that's pretty smart. So that's the alignment. And then they did something really interesting is using reinforcement learning based on labeling data from humans. That's quite a large data set. The task is the following. You have this smart GPT 3.5 thing generate a bunch of text, and humans label which one seems the best. So ranking. Like you ask it a question. For example, you could do generate a joke in the style of Joe Rogan. Right, and you have a label. They have 5 options, and you have a label. Does it mention dick and pussy? No, I don't know which. I don't know how exactly, but so you get it to rank. The human labeler is just sitting there. There's a very large number of them. They're working full time. They're labeling the ranking of the outputs of this model, and that kind of ranking, used together with a technique called reinforcement learning, is able to get this thing to generate very impressive to humans output. So it's not actually, there's not a significant breakthrough in how much knowledge was learned. That was already in GPT-3, and there was much more impressive models already trained. So it's on the way, not just OpenAI. But this kind of fine-tuning, it's called, by human labelers plus reinforcement learning, you start to get like where students don't have to write essays anymore in high school, where you can style transfer, like I said, do a Louis C.K. joke in the style of Joe Rogan, or Joe Rogan joke in the style of Louis C.K., and it does an incredible job at those kinds of style transfers. It can more accurately query things about the different historical events, all that kind of stuff.